show.
Hey, my name is Baruch, son of King Dawid. Got my brother Xavier here.
Son of King Dawid.
We got Dawid Michael in the back too, Prince.
My thoughts on this, it is wrong. This man was wrongfully, killed or murdered.
Right.
No justice for it. These two men just walked away, free, went home, ate some dinner.
Yeah. How would you feel if that was one of your brothers?
Yeah.
How old are you?
16.
So if that was one of your brothers, and you had it, and you know, what you think the process would have been if your dad would have found out, and y'all, you know?
Careful how you answer that question.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta be careful because we'll be,
you know what I'm saying?
3 cars will be, man.
I train them differently.
Right.
We'll be deep, yes. We'll find those two.
Keep it. Hey, he said it. He said he found them two.
You can't just walk and pray and then protest. No, you find those two. But they say you can't take justice in your own hands, but
they do.
They do.
They do all
the time.
They do all the time.
They do it all the time, man. They do it all the time.
And you're willing to pay the price for it, your decision.
Yeah.
Real men, they make decisions, and whatever happens, that's what happens.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That was my brother. I go to jail for what I've done. I justice for my brother. I'm not just gonna sit there and just cry. Wait for the police to do something.
Right. Right.
You don't wait.
Because justice is just what it is. It's just us sometimes.
That was a good one.
Ain't no justice.
Hey, I should have thought that one. I wouldn't be coming with these lines, man.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out my son, keep blowing my phone up while I'm on live, son. I'm on the radio. I gotta call you back, baby. But yeah, man. So definitely. How you feel?
So your name? How old you are?
My name is Xavier. I'm 16, and what he said, honestly, I can't wait on the police to, you know what I'm saying, do so, but you got to take matters to your own hands sometimes.
But you feel it's right to take matters in your own hand? Once you let the court system handle it, or police? That's what we have police and court systems for. Why do you think you should? So you say you will go after the people?
Yeah, honestly, I would.
But that's not legal.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm gonna tell you what ain't legal. This is what I don't like about it. Is policemen get sworn in, judges get sworn in, all these city officials and government officials get sworn in, right?
Right.
So if they get sworn in, then how are you putting up, oh yeah, you know, I promised this and that, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 but then you turn around and it's okay for you to be bogus.
Right.
But you get sworn in.
You get sworn in. You know what we don't realize too? The police and those people that are supposed to be over us are just like us.
Facts.
They're just neighbors who just took an oath.
Right.
They're no different from us.
Call the police station name where you calling from.
Benadon. I'm calling from New York.
What's going on, bro?
You got New York in the house.
Hey, yo, shout out to Bigg Jigg, AJ, much love. You know, I know them for years. They good, honest guys. I support what y'all doing, and I like that y'all hit this topic, and especially to these young men that just, you know, give a response. I want to tell them, sometimes, you know, you still have to live your life. You shouldn't throw your life away because the government and people do things, you know, to deter you from what you're really meant to do on this earth. So when I heard these two 16-year-olds say that they would throw their whole lives away, you know, even though I understand that's family and everything, but there's different ways to go about it, and, you know, to approach a situation and to bring awareness to a matter that things can get resolved, you know? It doesn't take a form of violence.
So what way do you think is best? What should we tell these? And say these 6-year-olds just said that they just not going to let their brother just die. They're going to take action against his family. It sounds like you're saying eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
Yeah, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
You believe that? So what else you think is a better than? So they shouldn't follow eye for the eye. We should tell black men, don't follow eye for the eye. What else is the other option? Should we just turn the other cheek?
The option was that now if these young men was in that predicament there during that altercation, and they took matters into their own hands to defend themselves, or what they felt they was right, and they was there during the altercation during that time.
What would you do? What would you do?
If
that was your brother, your uncle, your son.
What would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was your son.
If the same thing that I'm saying right now because I lived that life already.
What would you do?
I would take a form of action to bring awareness to the situation.
What kind of action? Just bring awareness? Say, hey, this is going on?
Huh?
Just, hey, this is going on. My son was killed.
Yes, you would just say, oh, yeah, man, you know, shout out to who murdered my kid, man. My kid got murdered. You know, I don't want this to happen to nobody else's kid. Or would you be on some, like, rah-rah, like, yo, I'm with it. Like, I can't let this ride like this.
Like I said, if I was there during that altercation, then everything is out the window. Like,
right.
It's life for life.
Right.
You know? But if I wasn't there during that altercation, I may want to feel that way, but that doesn't mean that's the right mindset to go about it.
Let me ask you something. I'm sorry about this, Dawid.
No, go ahead.
Let me ask you something, Ben.
All right.
Do you got?
I don't want to cut you off, but say, all right, say.
Let me ask you something. This is the dinner club, brother. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, bro. Listen, if you got kids,
yes.
Have anybody ever killed your kid or you ever lost a kid?
Has anybody? No.
Guess what? Guess what? Somebody killed mine before, bruh. So that's why I'm speaking from a whole nother language. Like, even though the dude didn't try to kill my son, this cat, and this is something that's gonna be in Bigg Jigg biopic, my documentary. But I'm telling y'all right now, somebody killed my kid, bro, only because he was driving a city dump truck. And he was swerving, and he was kind of tipsy at work. And he hit my baby mama car on the side where my son was sitting there. And my son died instantly. And I wanted to kill dude. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wanted to do something bad to dude, you know what I mean? Because if he was here right now, my son would be like 18 years old right now. Like, real talk, his name was Jordan.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And this is stuff that I don't even talk about because it was just going to be in my documentary, but this is why I feel so strongly about not letting justice be served, because justice is just what it is sometimes. It's just us, bro.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I'm not saying your mindset is wrong, but the thought process is nothing wrong to think a certain way, but to take upon action is like, because, all right, boom, say if you do that, right? And then you're going to sit in jail for the rest of your life.
But you can't sit there.
Like, yo, I could have been more. There's something I could have been dead that could have got justice, that could have got
But at the end of the day,
justice system.
But at the end of the day, bro, you can't speak on that unless you in them shoes, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You know what I'm saying? You can't speak on it.
There, but just to hear these guys say they would throw their life away, But
let me ask you a question. You said throw their life away. Let me ask you a question. What was the average age